Welcome to another episode of Unboxing Entrepreneurship. Now, individuals face a lot of difficulty in growing their business. They don't know how to reach out to new leads and convert them into clients. Well, today's conversation is going to focus on that. I'm talking to GS Kumar, the founder of GS Kumar Career Consulting. And we are going to touch upon how to use LinkedIn for coaches and consultants to grow their business and get new clients. Let's get right into it. Hi, Kumar. Welcome to Unboxing Entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Pallavi. Thanks for having me on your show.
I'm really excited about our conversation because we are going to talk specifically about LinkedIn for coaches and consultants. And I've spoken to a lot of coaches and consultants, and I know that one of the bigger challenges that they face is to really get leads. One aspect of it is, of course, their personal branding. How do they portray, what is it that they can offer to corporates or whoever they want to coach? But the second aspect is actually talking to real people and saying this is what I offer and having those real conversations. I understand that that's what your specialty is, so maybe we can get started with a short introduction from you, and then we can get right into the questions about what coaches and consultants can do.
True, fantastic. Thanks for a very brief orientation about this entire ecosystem of the advertisement part, personal branding part, which is very much needed for consultants and coaches. So to begin my introduction, I come from the recruitment experience, about 18 years, totally into 18 years into recruitment. And last 6 years, I'm into mid-career coaching, leadership coaching, and LinkedIn branding for coaches, consultants, and startups and all that. So as you rightly said, we consultants and coach needs a lot of business activities, but they are very confused as to which particular platform is the right platform for them to get leads.
Yeah.
But the understanding level for each platform is a huge confusion and have a different perspective. But LinkedIn, LinkedIn is a networking platform rather than a social media platform,
Right.
where people search for people. Okay, so people need services, products, knowledge, and job opportunities. So for that, people get into LinkedIn, comparing to Facebook and Instagram, where LinkedIn has a matured audience comparing to other social media platforms. And what I usually suggest my clients who are coming to LinkedIn is it's a B2B platform rather than a B2C platform, where you connect with the right decision makers to sell uh, bigger tickets, larger tickets, comparing to one product, selling one product to your direct customers. So that's how this ecosystem needs to be understood in terms of personal branding and networking. That will be the right platform for upcoming startups, coach, consultants who have very minimum budget towards their promotions. So that's a brief about it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I agree with you that LinkedIn is one of the best platforms for B2B connections. And as you say, it is a networking platform. There are, of course, many examples of how, I think we've all been approached by people who sell directly. They start with the hard sell. This is what I offer. Does your company need it? And frankly speaking, that is, I don't know how much result do they get from that. But yes, I have made better connections with people who take the time to understand what is it that I need, who also take the time to understand that, where do I sit in the entire, say, the startup ecosystem, what is it that I can offer to my clients. And then they come with that understanding and say, this is how we can support you within that journey. So definitely networking is a very important aspect. Today, since we're talking specifically about coaches and consultants, and when I say that, I mean from the individual level. I think for coaches and consultants, one of the biggest fear, or for individuals, one of the biggest fear is that they don't want to come across as salesy. And I think that's a very That's a very valid fear, because when you start off, you're not comfortable selling what it is. So do your clients face that? And what is your advice when, somebody says that to you?
Truly, that's a very important question, because see, products we can showcase, like this is the image, this is the product I'm selling. People can visually see and compare it with other products. All that can happen.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem with coaches and services is we cannot show anything. Okay, so especially for coaches, there is nothing to show.
Yeah.
Okay, only with the testimonials or reviews, people come to know them, and then or by friends' recommendations, they come to consulting, coaching. Only that happens as a references, and then convert into a business.
Yeah.
But what I recommend coaches is they have to showcase themselves as a subject matter expertise, and post a lot of content, educative content, tips and suggestions to their potential audience, so that they'll showcase them as a subject matter expertise in their own niche.
Yeah.
Right. So if you search for life coaches, there will be 5,000 life coaches. There will be 10,000 career coaches. Okay, how do they get business? Maybe through Facebook ads, Google ads, references. These are the items which a lead conversion happens for a coach.
Yeah.
Okay, but rather what I would suggest is create a personal branding in LinkedIn and keep posting tips and tricks and suggestions to your potential audience, which will be very useful for your potential audience. Right. So obviously, when see, clients enjoy, customers enjoy whoever is educating them. Right. So they start immediately following them, and then keep looking for content from the coaches.
Yeah.
So as and when they realize, okay, there is some problem in their life or career or any other things, the top of the mind recall comes to the particular coach who is keep posting content.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. So that would be the better model in LinkedIn on being more active by posting content, suggestion, tips, because they know the problem of the clients.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why they become a coach and expert in that particular field. But being being inactive may not be recommended in LinkedIn, because as and when you are in LinkedIn, you'll have to be very active, post content on a day-to-day basis. Try to give a lot of suggestions, tips, so that you keep engaging your audience and clients, so that they start conversing with you. Oh, okay, I have this problem, can you suggest? That becomes easier, rather being having a website and Facebook which cannot open for conversation. Okay, you if at all you have a website, then your viewpoint is something a little delayed, or you feel like you are not have a personal touch.
Yeah.
But whereas in LinkedIn, once you send an email or ping them over email, they'll immediately respond and have the next level of conversation goes to the other levels, where you pick up a phone call and then talk to them, and immediately it happens. Okay, which may not be true in other cases like social media, website, for any other modes of operation. This may not be possible. Okay, so that's what I would suggest for the coach, consultants, or even startups. For people, for your potential audience, you keep suggesting your tips, smaller tips, not the bigger ones. You cannot disclose everything. Absolutely. But the smaller tips you can keep giving, so that people view you as a subject matter expert in that particular field. Right. So usually doctors will not go search for patients comes to doctor. Correct. So that's why you have to showcase yourself as a doctor. Okay, for that it needs a lot of content.
Yeah, no, that's very well put, because if somebody's searching for you and they are not able to make the decision about you quickly, that's a customer lost, right? And how do they make a decision about you is if you have managed to show what you're good at, what is it that you can help the individual with through your content. I do know that a lot of people, especially when they're starting out with content creation, they do face that difficulty of how much to post. Like you said, post smaller tips, not larger tips, because while while there has to be an understanding of what your niche is and what expertise you have, if you start posting everything, then that whole curiosity or the incentive to have a further conversation with you is lost, right? So definitely when somebody starts this process of posting content, they have to be strategic. They have to think about what is it that they want to post, and that needs to align with what they want to offer, but also the I guess the percentage of information that they give out, so that it helps the other person to make a decision. It helps to move the conversation forward. So creating knowledgeable content on LinkedIn is definitely one half of how you get leads. Now, the second one is a little bit more active, right? And we've talked about this before, that once you build up a brand, whether it's a personal brand or a company brand, once you build it up, there needs to be that next level to start reaching out to people and get them to have real conversations with you. So maybe would you like to share one tip? I know there are many, but maybe you'd like to share one tip of how you can actually start getting leads on LinkedIn.
There is a section policy. LinkedIn is continuously evolving. In last 6 months, what I have seen is continuously evolving, and their user interface is completely getting changed over a period of time, last 1 year time, where they are helping a lot of people in terms of networking chain, right? So there is an option called open for business in below the your title section. There is an option called open for business, where you can just showcase your list of services which you offer on your contact details and call to action. All those information you can post it, and then keep inviting your potential audience. That is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is your clients are already searching for your services. Okay, it's not that you have to create a need and then sell. So your clients are already in a problem, and their problem statement they were not able to figure out, but they are searching for something. Okay, so there are a lot of people who post their problem statement in their timeline. Okay, so they will look for designation related people. Yeah. Okay, looking for a resume writer, looking for a digital marketing person, all that, because they will not able to fabricate the kind of content which we are looking for. Okay, but they will use their own language of posting content. So most of the time what I have seen is looking for digital agency, looking for a resume writer. Okay, so when you go to your search column in the top and click looking for and specific like resume writer or something, and then click your post tab, you'll get all the list of potential audiences.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good one.
So yeah, so because people use different languages,
yeah,
and then you will know your audience better. You know your audience problem, potential clients problem. So you just check with them and tell them I can solve your problem, something like that, and then start engaging with them so that the interaction goes to the next level of conversion. So this is where we use the hacks rather than telling okay personal branding, these that this everybody tells the same thing, personal branding. But what the real meaning of personal branding is something you will have to understand the problem statement of your clients, and then you should know the method of reaching out to your potential audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, creating personal branding is something where I don't see a relatable aspect with my coach. I will not be approachable to my clients. Okay, so as a coach, you should be more sensible. You should be more approachable, so that your client feels that, oh, okay, this person I'm feeling more comfortable. Let me open up my problem statement. So he will be solving the problem. But rather, most of the personal branding and other aspects appears to be like creating a huge, branding and other stuff where I don't feel relatable or approachable. Okay, that should not be there. LinkedIn is the best place where you quickly converse with your clients.
Yeah.
understand the problem statement, and talk over a call, and then understand the problem statement quickly, and then resolve it quickly, so that it works well. Even for my own thing, last couple of clients said, okay, I'm following you for last 4 years. So suddenly when I saw when I had a need, I just approached you. So that surprises me, because people who are following for 4 years, 5 years, they keep seeing me on a regular basis. Okay, so rather than going and searching something on Google, they approached me in LinkedIn directly, where it solved their problem very quickly. Okay, so that's beautiful ecosystem is what is LinkedIn, where it helps a lot in terms of smaller people like coaches, consultants, startups. For them, this is the best platform, I would say.
Most cost efficient and most best conversions, I would say, because you know exactly who you are reaching out to, and as you say, if you know what your customer is looking for, to the level of the detail of the keywords that they are using to search. I mean, in case of say marketing, it's pretty straightforward. People would normally type looking for a digital marketing agency, but if we talk about coaches who are in very specific or niche kind of coaching, career coaching, as a career coach, you would need to know what is it that what are the keywords that somebody is using to search for someone like you. And I think that requires a very high level of understanding your exact customer, and also a lot of self-awareness to say, yeah, these are the things that I can offer. And there are other aspects that I'm not going to touch because that is not my expertise. So if you know your customer well, all of the hacks that that are out there are dependent on the fact that you have an understanding of what you offer, and you have an understanding of what your customer is looking for. So I think that hack was pretty great. I'm surely going to try it, to be honest. I mean, the personal branding side, as you said, is an important aspect. If you were to reach out without a personal brand, it would obviously make it slightly different for the conversation to happen, because they still have no idea, right? You could reach out and you could still say that this is what I offer, but how do they make that judgment? And that they can only do once they've been following you, like your client who's been following you for 4 years, right? They have a very clear understanding of how you can help them. And whenever they had the need, they couldn't think of anyone else, because they know that you exist, and this is how you can help them. So I definitely feel that yes, LinkedIn is the best platform. I personally have had very good luck with LinkedIn. How long have you been focusing on LinkedIn, and have you kept up with all the trends, with all the changes that LinkedIn is making into the algorithm?
As I said, my background is into recruitment. So I started using LinkedIn for recruitment purpose from 2006-7. Okay, so since I know the user interface of the other side of it, I'm pretty much aware of the evolving aspect or technology aspect of LinkedIn algorithm and all that. But being into business from 2016, I was very aggressively spending time, because I have to help my clients through LinkedIn. So that's how I studied a lot and understood the algorithm aspects and other things. And typically most of the because LinkedIn algorithm changes once in 15 days. Okay, it's not the same over a period of time. So because LinkedIn wants every single person to capitalize their platform. So people who are good at content creation should not capitalize everything. Okay, it should be equal opportunity for everybody who have minimal content or video content or creative content, something like that. So with this 15 days change is what we'll have to keep watching, and then use our content posting strategically so that we benefit out of it. So that's kind of thing. So last 6 years I've helped a lot of CEOs profile, startups profiles, coaches, and a lot of MSMEs and placement trainers, especially I mean placement officers who are looking for placement for their students, because they need a lot of corporates to help them getting placed for their students. So that way we helped a lot of placement officers in getting placements for their students, because they came forward proactively and learned LinkedIn hacks. Because students may not realize the importance of LinkedIn, because they are mostly spending time on Instagram.
Yeah.
But the sorry, these people really has to be in touch with all the MNCs so that they secure placements for their students. So that way we had exclusive sessions for placement offices. So it's a very customized training for each individual business based on their background, because each one needs a different level of businesses.
Absolutely.
So that way we customize and take it up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Even you have an understanding of what your customers need exactly. And when you tailor it to the audience, that to that specific audience, obviously the results that they will get will be much better, because you're not giving a one size fits all approach. You're giving something that is very relevant to that particular industry. And I think the takeaway for me here as well is that coaches and consultants do have to understand what is it that they offer, what is their niche, and then approach their LinkedIn connection strategy, based on that. So they need to have a lot of self-awareness. So they need to have an understanding of who could benefit from what they offer. So I've had a really great conversation. I mean, I've also taken away a tip, so I'm very thankful for that, for you sharing your knowledge so freely. Thank you so much, Kumar, for coming on to Unboxing Entrepreneurship, and I'm sure other people will benefit from our conversation today.
Thank you, Pallavi, for a wonderful questions which you have posted, because a lot many items I was able to give a clarity on this particular session. Thanks, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Bye.